What's going on, everyone? So check this out. I haven't done a video like this in a very long time. And in fact, I think it's probably been over 2 years since I've made a video talking about things that I got from Amazon. And everything I'm going to talk about today, I have personally bought from Amazon and I use pretty much all the time. But well, most everything. And I'll explain as I go along. Now, this video is not sponsored. And I do want to work through this list pretty quickly because there's a lot to go through, but I do want to let you know that everything in this video will be linked down below. So if you're interested in any of these things that you see, you can go check it out. And because the holidays are coming up, feel free to use this as a gift guide or just use it as like an idea guide for yourself. Now, I do want to break this video up into a couple different categories. First, it's going to be items for around your house. Next, I'm going to have a few things for the garage. Then we'll talk about a few entertainment items. Then we're going to finish off with a couple of things that are related to your wardrobe. So with all of that out of the way, let's dive in. All right, this first category is going to be things for your home, starting with security cameras. When I was a young teenager, the house that we lived in was broken into a bunch of different times and we had a bunch of things stolen from the house. So home security is something that I take pretty seriously. Now, I want to start this category with security cameras, just like my Ring doorbell. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of you guys probably have some type of doorbell camera system, but if you don't, man, I strongly encourage you to get one like the Ring. Now, it lets me know when someone's at my door, when any groceries get delivered, or when any of my packages show up. So along with the doorbell are Ring outdoor cameras. So I've got a couple of these outdoor cameras around my house so I can monitor and record activity outside my house. The video you're seeing right now is from my backyard a couple of months ago. Now, apparently there was a police chase, and the guy they were chasing crashed his car, got out and started running, and he ended up in my neighborhood. So the police came to my door and notified me that they were, of course, searching around all the homes for this guy. Now, because I have security cameras, if the guy did come onto my property, I'd been able to show them like where he was, what he was wearing, and which way he went. Now, the cool thing about Ring is that they all work together on the app. So every time you get like a brand new Ring device, it's super easy to just add it right into the app and get up and running right away. All right, the next item for your home is this motorized desk from Jarvis that allows you to sit or stand while you're working. And I'm probably standing like 90% of the time right now when I'm working, and it's really been a pretty huge game changer. So I bought the complete leg kit on Amazon, but the desktop came from Wayfair, and I'll go ahead and leave that link down below as well. This is a solid tabletop surface for restaurant applications. It's 60 by 30, 1.5 inches thick. It's very solid and it's a great size. I love this desk. Now, the other thing that's been a pretty big game changer for me is the adjustable monitor arm that I got. Now, before this, I've always had my monitor just kind of sitting on top of my desk. So the stand and the overall footprint of the monitor takes up a lot of desk space. This arm is super minimal, but also very solid, and it supports my 35-inch widescreen monitor with no problems. The arm clamps to my desk, and it's great. Now, okay, this next one I've got a lot of questions about, and it's this bookcase. Now, it took a little bit of time to put together because there was a lot of pieces, but I was totally able to do it by myself with no major issues. It's heavy, it's sturdy, and I think it looks pretty cool, especially as a background in my videos. Maybe in the future I'll go with something maybe a little bit nicer, or maybe even like a built-in bookcase in another house or something. But for right now, I really like it. And speaking of bookcases, you might need some cool books to put on it. So I've got some pretty cool coffee table books that I've collected, and as you can see, most of them are more fashion focused. I mean, these are basically large-scale coffee table books, and there's a ton to choose from on Amazon. I've also got a bunch of books in the bookcase in the other room, but if you're interested, I'll link to a few of these down below to kind of get you started. All right, the next item for your home is a scent diffuser. You guys probably know by now that I like my house to smell nice. Now, full disclosure, the one that I'm gonna link to on Amazon, I don't own personally. The two that I have here in my house are from Hotel Collection. They're good and everything, and because I've bought into their ecosystem, I use their scented oils. But I'm confident that the one that I'll link to on Amazon works the exact same way. There's a lot of really nice, like hotel-inspired fragrances that can make your house smell absolutely amazing. Okay, moving on to the next category, and this is items for the garage, or even a spare room if you're lucky enough to have enough space in your house. And for me, this is gonna be exercise equipment. So the treadmill I have was from Dick's Sporting Goods, and it was a humongous pain in the ass to put together. But the Amazon items that I want to talk about are the Bowflex adjustable weights, the rack to put them on, and this adjustable weight bench. So look, I live a very busy life, and I'm trying to take better care of myself. So for me, at least right now, it's easier and more convenient for me to exercise and work out at home instead of going to a gym. Now this next one might seem a little bit random, but it's a tire pressure gauge. More specifically, a gauge like this, not those cheesy plastic gauges with the stick that pops out the back. It seems like there's always these sort of random occasions where you need to check air in your tires. Maybe the warning light came on your wife's car or something, and instead of taking the car into a tire shop, you can just check it right at home. Funny story, I currently have 3 of these, but I lost these 2 a while ago when I was moving, so I ended up buying this one on Amazon, and it's been actually really great. The cool thing about these is they swivel very easily, and if you overpressure the tire, you can bleed some air off with this valve. All right, moving on to entertainment items, so to speak. I didn't know what else to call it. So look, I've been trying to get more into whiskey and trying to make drinks at home instead of going out all the time and spending like 20 bucks for an old fashioned. So I recently picked up this shaker set from Amazon, and it's been working out really well. I also picked up this smoker kit a couple weeks ago, and I got a bunch of comments when I showed it in a reel on my Instagram. This thing comes with 4 different types of wood chips and the torch, but it's empty, so you will need to fill it with some butane before you use it. This thing works perfectly and downdrafts beautifully right into the glass. And if you're wondering how I got the big ice cubes, the next item on my Amazon list is an ice mold tray. Now this comes with a round mold and the square mold, and the beautiful thing is the tray itself is flexible silicone. So getting the ice out is super easy. You're not gonna have to pound on it or use like a knife to pry the ice out, and then you end up breaking all the ice apart. Another recent pickup for me is this cutting board. The last cutting board I had was a mix of stone and wood, and while it looked really cool, it was super cheap and it broke one day when I was trying to wash it and I dropped it in the sink. I decided at that point that I would just go with something solid wood like this. So if you don't have a good cutting board, or maybe the one you have has seen better days, I absolutely recommend this one. And one more item that I've been really enjoying is this bottle of ready-to-go old-fashioned bitters mix. So if I'm making drinks for several people, like that's one thing, but if I just want to make one drink for myself and I don't feel like using all the tools and making a big mess, this is my go-to bitters mix. Now this company makes a bunch of different flavors, but this one is the old-fashioned mix. It has bitters, Madagascar vanilla, and orange already mixed together, and I'm telling you, this makes a terrific old-fashioned. All right, the last one on the entertainment list, so to speak, is this wine decanter. I absolutely love this thing, and I recommend it to basically everyone. I mean, the whole purpose of putting wine into a decanter is to allow air into the wine to make it more flavorful. And the way this works is as the wine is entering the decanter, it's aerating on the way in. And the other cool thing is if you don't drink all the wine, you can just transfer the wine back into the bottle and enjoy the rest of it tomorrow. Okay, moving on to wardrobe items, starting first with this birth year sweatshirt. Now, truth be told, I follow a couple of female style channels, and Samantha recently talked about this on her Instagram, and I thought it was pretty cool because, I mean, you can go on and you can pick out your font, your color, the size, everything. And I just thought it was just kind of a fun thing to do, so I bought one for myself. And if you're interested, the link will be down below. All right, this next one is for everyone that always asks what type of no-show sock they should get. The ones I swear by and that I've been using for years are these from Stance. The cool thing about these is they have the silicone grippers on the heel and they come in different sizes. So my recommendation for you is to downsize. So for me, I'm a 9.5 to 10 shoe size. I ordered the medium size, and that's for like an 8.5. The reason I do this is to make sure the socks fit nice and snug so they won't slip off your heel. These are, without question, the best no-show socks I have ever tried. Okay, this next one I'm gonna lump 3 items all together, and if I can hold these up, it's a coat hanger, a shirt hanger, and pants hangers. Now, for coats and heavy jackets, I recommend using something like this that was made for coats and jackets. It's got the extra shoulder mass, and that's gonna support your coats and jackets without causing the shoulders to deform. All right, then I recommend wood hangers over those skinny plastic ones because Number one, they look better, and number two, they're longer and thicker so you don't get those ugly shoulder bumps in all of your shirts. Then moving on, we have these open-ended trouser hangers with this thick rubber padding. Again, these look 10 times better sitting in your closet, and because of the thick rubber padding, they won't leave that ugly crease mark right across your dress pants. All right, moving on to shoe trees. So check it out. A couple years back, I made this video showing like my entire shoe collection, and I got absolutely ripped in the comments because I wasn't using shoe trees in my dress shoes, and there was this big, ugly, noticeable crease right across this pair of double monk straps that I showed on camera. And ever since then, I've been using shoe trees in all of my leather dress shoes. And yeah, it might be a little bit of an investment if you have a lot of shoes, but if you want something maybe a little less expensive, you can get the plastic kind. Okay, coming in next is my bathrobe from Izod. And if you guys follow my Instagram, I'm sure you've seen this bathrobe like 100 times by now. So I've had this thing for a couple years and I still wear it on an almost daily basis. It's super easy to wash and dry in the machine, and the belt is sewn on in the back so you never have to worry about losing the belt. They come in a bunch of different colors, so if you're interested, the link of course is down below. And this brings us to the shoe cleaning kit that I use. Now, this one is mainly for my sneakers and some of my boots, but this kit is from Crep and it's the one I use, and it's what I've been using for probably the last couple of years now. It's simple, it's fast, it works, and it doesn't damage anything that I've ever tried it on. And one more thing, if you made it this far in the video, you are one of the true legends, and I appreciate you. And if you're not yet subscribed, please consider it because I would love to have you here hanging out. And with that, my friends, as always, thank you so much for watching, live well, and I'll see you in the next one.